I'm excited to see what kind of crazy questions you have.
Are you scared at all?
No, I am an open book.
Expect some oversharing.
My name is Elize, and this is a segment called Let's Get Weird. And it's where I ask questions to some of the most influential and loved people like Janda online, and we ask him some weird questions, some off-the-wall questions, just to get to understand him a little bit better from a different perspective. So I'm so excited to have Janda here, author of Burn Your Portfolio, founder of the agency Rise with clients like Google as well as Disney, and he now has this Instagram channel, More Janda, and has grown over 70,000 subscribers within months. He always drops truth bombs on his channel. I'm so excited to have him on here. Welcome, Michael.
Hey, I'm excited to see what kind of crazy questions you have.
Are you scared at all?
No, I am an open book.
Expect some oversharing.
That's my kind of people. I'm an oversharer too. Maybe that's why we connected so well the other day.
That could be.
You are an oversharer. I agree.
Let's get weird.
Yeah!
We've talked about poop and farts before. Have you ever farted and blamed someone else?
Well, no, I'm not that kind of person. Honestly, I'm not that kind of person.
I've totally done it, but I was like 11 or 12. But I've totally done it. Have you ever danced by yourself?
I mean, I'm a bad dancer.
Can you show us a little bit of one of your bad dance moves?
Oh, you know, how's that?
I like it.
All right, if you could have a date with any Disney character, who would it be?
You know, it'd be a toss-up between Belle and Jasmine, maybe.
What about, last question in this weird segment, what is one of your weirdest talents or one of the weirdest things about you that people don't know about?
I can juggle, I can do magic tricks, you know, I play a lot of sports, I play the piano, I play the guitar.
I actually went to the Magic Castle and took a whole magic course, and it was amazing. It was amazing, yeah. But anytime someone asks me to do magic trick now, I'm like, oh, I don't remember. All right, so now let's get into some deeper questions. Let's talk about success, failures, and that road to where you're at now and how you got here. Because I always think it's so much more interesting for me to hear about the blossoming of someone's character, about all the difficulties that led to where they're at, versus, you know, just hearing the success story. So I read in your book, Burn Your Portfolio, you talk about not being the best designer. You're like, I'm not the best designer. There's other people that are better than I am. That's why I hire them. Was there ever a period where you had to come to terms with that? Like, I'm not the best designer. And was that a difficult thing for you to kind of say?
The soft skills, the intangible things have every bit as much or more to do with your success as a designer as your design skills. That most of the work that you do can be successful for the client if it is at just above average quality. I kind of say the thing, you know, if it's 80% quality, it is 100% good enough to satisfy the marketing needs of the client. It's very rare that the client needs the mega polished things. Some of the mega brands do, you know, a Nike, the Nikes of the world, those kind of mega brands. Yeah, it's gotta be mega polished. But for most businesses out there, you can be super successful just delivering high quality, but it doesn't have to be that, you know, that award-winning, blow-your-mind design. So I think my career is evidence of that. I'm a good designer. I'm a really talented art director, and I've had a far above average career as a result of that.
I've managed teams for the last 10 years, and I've had to overcome some of my weaknesses as a manager or been confronted with it. Like maybe being too much of a micromanager, or maybe not figuring out the best way to give positive feedback. Stuff like that I've had to deal with that I'm still overcoming on a day-to-day basis. What are some of the traits that you have had, or some of the things that you didn't really love about yourself as a manager that you've had to overcome?
Okay, so at the start it was tough because I was a perfectionist, and I could do things better than my first few employees. That's why I had employees. So I struggled to not sit there in their chair and do it for them, you know, not to be the hovering art director, just kind of saying, no, move it over, move it up, move it over, move it up, and that kind of a thing. Over time, I learned how to do that in a fun way that made it humorous for the people that I managed. And if you talk to, so I start with mega sarcasm in my critiquing methodology. So you look at it and you're like, that's not the worst design I've ever seen. And to my design team, they're like, oh, that's a compliment from Mike. You know, that's the mindset. Oh. So I go to this kind of extreme dialogue of critiquing, and it brings a level of humor into the critiquing relationship where everybody is like, okay, we're just gonna relax here. This is not so serious. We're not gonna be all intense about it. So I do that. And when I have a team, like my team at my agency just before I left was, I mean, we had this all down to a science. Everybody knew my style, and it all became so much playful critiquing that nobody was ever really offended by it because they just expected it to be, you know, so over the top.
So you've had a successful business. Now you're having a successful Instagram account, and you're putting out all this great content and books and everything like that. Why are you doing content? What does this mean for you?
I feel very fortunate to have had the career that I've had, and I never had a mentor to help me. I never had somebody to call. So a lot of my push is the give back. I'm grateful. I don't want people to have to do it the hard way like I did. Here are morsels of knowledge to help you. Both of my books are in that vein, and then all of my content on Instagram, YouTube is that way.
I love how giving you are, how open you are to doing this kind of stuff with me, to celebrating me going on Instagram for 30 days live, and I got you to come on here, so I'm really excited.
All right, Elize, thank you. Okay, see ya.
Bye.